Did you think I froze to death today? Nope. You wish. It was flipping cold today. Man, 13 degrees Fahrenheit, which is like minus 10 centigrade. And then you add in a 25 to 30 knot wind. Oh yeah, well below zero. Flipping cold. So excuse my ensemble. This is after I got my heavy jacket off and all the other crap. I'm still kind of got a chill in me, so I've got my stuff on here. So, but anyways, I'm Todd, the cheap drums guy. So the other day I did that video of 3 little accessories that I find hard to live without. And it's actually kind of like 4. After I posted that video, or after I made the video, I thought, well, I just talked about things. I really didn't show how it went together. And then one of my subscribers said just that. You didn't show me how to do it the way you do it. Okay. And then today, when I came home from work, checked my messages, a similar message. So here's a video to add to that last one. Or you can just discount that first one and let's just go with this one. So without further ado, let's talk about gear. All right, let's talk about the Griffin double tom stand. And this is her. Now, again, I like this piece of hardware. It's pretty nice. Inexpensive, 59 bucks through Amazon. The supplier is called Geek Stands. 59 bucks. It's going to take you about a week and a half to get there because Amazon shipping is not what it used to be. But once you get it, happy, happy, happy. Now, the way they say to put it together, this piece can come off really easily. This is just the mount itself. It's just on a regular straight stand. And you have this mount right here, which adds to it, which is, all the hoopla about it. Can you get this elsewhere? Oh yes, of course can. You get a much better version through Gibraltar. However, it's different. Gibraltar isn't a full stand like this. It's a cymbal base with their mount on top. And once it's together, it's got a position in the back and the 2 holes in the front to mount whatever you want off it. And anything Gibraltar makes is just fabulous. They are not skimpy, they're not cheap, they make really, really nice hardware. This isn't bad. This mount itself, it uses those tension lugs, kind of like, tightening up your drum heads. Those type of screws. But again, the metal on this stand isn't the strongest metal, so you got to really be careful when you're tightening those down. You really want to put too much torque on them because you want to break them. Just do what the minimal amount you need necessary to do what you need it to do. Okay, with that being said, now the way they say to have it set up, of course, let's say you are the drummer, the 2 holes where the tom arms go are facing you. That's what they say to do, and it would look just like that. However, my drums are kind of oversized, older set, of course. Or if you have those big power toms, the big honking toms, and huge things, she's going to fall over on you. So what I did, all I did was just turn it around. Of course, I turned the mount around, I didn't turn the whole stand around. But when you set the stand up, you want to have the one leg pointing directly at you, more stable. Once the mount was facing away from me, then, you being the drummer, I put the toms mounts on the back side. And that way it brought the toms in closer. And I also cut a little bit off the eggs. They give you a little bit extra tubes, but I cut about 2 inches off each one of them because then it brings them up a lot closer and it distributes the weight better. And then with the mount being turned around and then the arms facing back at you, it helps to distribute the weight, and it's actually quite supportive that way. And it works great. I have not had an issue. I've had it a few months now, and it's been flawless. I can't wait till couple of weeks from now, and I got a new cymbal coming, and I'll be using the stand for the new cymbal, because this does not need to go on this stand. As long as the vertical tube on that whatever cymbal stand you have is about the same size, it'll work on that. And this is a little heavier duty stand, so I'll probably have one over here, and it's going to be another 18-inch cymbal, a big Wuhan cymbal. 114 bucks. It's kind of like a trash crash. It's beautiful though. So that's why I decided not to go with the pasty or the pasty. But this mount will fit on the other cymbal stands, providing that providing the tube is about the same size. But let's say you have the two upper toms, but you don't want to mount both of them, or like me, because I have the drums, I want the drums at the set. So I take the two toms, I bring one down and mount it into like a 1-up, 2-down configuration, but I mount the one off a cymbal stand, or I can even mount it off the bass drum, or the floor tom, I should say, and I'll show you that in a second. But if you only have the one here, let's say it's holding a 10 or a 12, and this one's empty, well, what can you do with that? Well, take, which is actually the fourth accessory that I really like, so should have done that, 4 accessories. This is made by Gibraltar. It's a cymbal boom arm. And this is very, very high quality, very nice. And the good thing about this, it fits right there. And of course, everything's kind of loose. I don't have everything tightened up, just for the ease of removing everything. Quite often I don't use this one. When my toms are set up, I don't use this, although I do have a splash I can put up there. But more often than not, it's just folded down out of the way. But you can mount another cymbal off to the side. Granted, if you put a bigger rod on that one, like if you take the one off the cymbal boom arm clamp, put on there, you could actually mount a ride right on top of your bass drum, if you so desire. So it's a nice little handy dandy. Now this one, I use quite a bit. Again, I usually had the two smaller toms mounted up here. But when I get that wild little inkling, I put that 13 down here. And but I don't mount this on the stand then. I just take this, and since nothing's using the tom mount on the bass drum itself, I just drop it right on there. And which is, out of all my setups, this is the best way to mount my ride cymbal. It is right there. I have 12-inch tom, ride cymbal, 13 and 16. Perfect. Always there. Always reliable. And once you get everything tightened down, it does not move. It will not move. It's important to keep these memory locks though, especially on this too. Like when I changed things around and I used a tom arm mount my small tom here, and I had this on the other side mounting my 13, because this mount only fits on this upper section, sometimes the tom was still too high when I mounted it. All you have to do turn it upside down, and of course that's in the way now, and then take your memory lock off it, put it on top, cinch it down, tighten it down, and that'll hold it perfectly. You have that tom mounted right there. It's always important for accessories. What else can you use it for? And luckily, being a retired engineer, I've got that tinkering mind. I find things to use it for. I don't think I'll come back to him. So that's the Griffin arm, or tom stand. That's the Gibraltar arm. Now let's talk about the Gibraltar basic clamp. Now if I do use the stand for the tom and I want to mount the other one off a cymbal right here, that's the Gibraltar basic clamp. And you can acquire these for anywhere from 10 to 20 bucks on Amazon. I got this one through Sweetwater. It's made by Gibraltar. It was about 20 bucks. And the good thing about this thing adjusts to any size base or any size tube. I mean, it's will really adjust to about anything. On my Premier kit, the tom arm that comes out of the bass drum, I mean, it's a huge honk of pipe. It's a huge honking pipe. That'll mount to it also. It's just amazing. You can grab about anything. But I mount that to the cymbal stand right here. Take the tom arm, mount it right there, tighten it down, Bob's your uncle, good to go. Or again, if you need to, you can turn it around. If it's up too high or however you just can't get it right, you can turn it upside down. And again, use your memory lock, hold it in place on the top. These things, people take them off, but I'm telling you, they're a wonderful little item. Now, what if, okay, I'm done with this, so. What if your set of drums doesn't use tubular style tom arms? Well, you can buy L-rod mounts to mount on cymbal stands. If you already have one of these, this is that boom arm clamp. All you do, take that monkey apart, pull it right off, and you can mount it to the other one if you need it to stretch it over for your ride cymbal. Now, I did purchase a separate L-rod from Gibraltar. Premier drums uses a 10.5 millimeter, I believe it is, and so it's a 10.5 millimeter on one side and a 12 millimeter on the other. That's like the biggest one they make. Oops, the wrong way. Now, when I mount my Premier kit on here, I put the 13-inch tom on the cymbal stand, and I use this. And it attaches just like the Gibraltar mount. And again, this one will accept any tube. I mean, it's quite adjustable. I worry sometimes that because it's metal and there's no rubber little gasket on the inside, that it's going to mar the finish or scrape. But as long as you don't twist it and turn it while it's clamped on, you should be fine. Now, there you go. That cymbal boom arm clamp is turned into an L-rod holder now. And once it's on there, it's not going anywhere. And I can mount my Premier 13-inch tom right there. And it works flawlessly. I've not yet had an issue with it, and I doubt I will. Now, if you have a drum set with tubular type arms, you don't have a cymbal stand right there to mount it, got a floor tom leg, and some time on your hands. There we go. Oh. Go gadget thumb. Ah, thank God for those little thumbs. This one has a lot of threads, so sometimes it takes you a little bit longer. But there you go. You can mount a tubular armed equipped tom right there off your floor tom leg. Easy frickin' peasy. Or if you really want to get crazy, oh, you can see what I'm saying. You can just bring it up a little higher, mount it, boom, right there. and it's freeing up space. But you were expecting me to hit that with my head, weren't you? Let's revisit Mr. Griffin. All right. Now, in my first video, I said you can mount 3 cymbals off that. He wasn't lying. You can do it. I'm going to show you too, because that's what kind of guy I am. All this for nothing. Can you believe it? If you want to like and subscribe, that'd be great. One of these days, one of these years, I might actually get paid for some of these videos. And that'll help buy new gear. No microphones on. I'm not doing that crap. I'm not doing it. Mark my words. Not unless it's given to me for free. But what is like, you know, Todd, you're screwing around. You said you can mount 3 off there. Don't dick the dog. Show us how you mount 3. Alrighty then. That's what I'm gonna do. And of course, I'm not tightening these up just for the fact it just makes it easier. Okay, that'd be facing. How about we do it this way? Probably should switch that around to the other side, but for the demonstration, this will be fine. Let's say you're like one of them heavy metal monkeys. Who's that guy? I watch another YouTuber whose name is 66 Samus, heavy metal drummer. Probably the most incredible double footist I've ever seen. And he's a hell of a funny guy. He's got tons of splashes. He likes the splashes too. I own Trash Splash that I made from a Zildjian hi-hat bass. So I don't have all that crap yet. Down the road, we'll see. But let's go off down here a little lower. Help if I stop it so it wouldn't spin. There we go. All right. Schmuck. I think I'd be prepared. Think again. All right. Now we're cooking with Crisco. Didn't believe me? There you go. 3. Now I gotta take all this crap apart. But again, find items with multiple uses, because there's really no limit. I mean, there's dozens of ways I can set up things and change them around. And again, this mount does not have to go on this cymbal stand. You can go on this one and go on that one and go on this one. If you want to use one of these clamps on your hi-hat stand, these clamps will fit on your hi-hat stand. If you want a splash, I even tried this the other day, because the way I had my cymbal set up, a 16 and a 17 over here, I didn't have room to slide a splash in there, but I thought, well, up behind the hi-hat would be a cool spot. So I used this mount, which is that boom arm clamp, and I mounted it on my hi-hat, so it was facing up and over, and right above and behind my hi-hat was that splash, had I wanted to hit it. It's wonderful, it's beautiful, and it's inexpensive. This stuff does not cost a lot of money. You can get all of this, if you find some items used, you can get all of these things probably for under $100. This is going to cost you $59 of course, I haven't found a used one anywhere. This will cost you anywhere. It doesn't have to be a Gibraltar. It could cost anywhere between $15 and $30. This one, again, only cost me $14. They're just nice things to have. Even if you don't use it with, if you have one drum set, you don't use it all the time. Well, you have to kind of, now and again, you get bored with your setup and you change it around. It'll come in handy. Like me, I have multiple sets. I have 3 drums, 3 acoustic sets, maybe a 4th one soon. So each one's got to be set up differently. Each one I like to set up differently also. It's just nice to have. When you need it, it's there. But anyways, that's my additional video for you. And I'm Todd, the Cheap Drums Guy. I'm gonna go sit in the hot tub, warm my little fanny up, and then I'm gonna have dinner. You people have a great friggin' day, eh?